some tricksters on the street going, who are you recording or what are you recording, man?
I tried that though.
So there are people who actually spend all their time on the streets milling around, and if they're lucky enough to run into somebody who's a YouTuber or whatever, you know, to try to scare them off or whatever. So I guess that's what it is. I don't know. They do it to anyone who has a camera. A lot of people come out here. I'm not the only one. So what is that?
I want an old sweet mix.
I got home this morning after walking to Whole Foods, and I read about, you know, the airplane crash in the Potomac River of DC with the helicopter, all the ice skaters and their parents and coaches who perished. So it's pretty crazy, don't you think? We got KGN, Kerrigan, I got off that 4419 Winwood, silver or gray Audi. So Nancy Kerrigan was even, you know, commenting on the news. And it's an SQ5 on this car at 1601 Walnut Street building, medical arts building, behind everything, and the kitchen sink delivered. It's behind this sort of Amazon-ish, whatever it is. So anyway, so I felt a little pang there on my heart as I passed Moravian. Joe's Pizza, you know, someone who looks like someone who lives on Smedley. So anyway, long time ago, like somehow the universe started having me read everything on the street. I wouldn't normally do that. I wasn't even close to thinking that way. But you know, I was slaughtered beginning in 2011, and made to believe I'd be murdered in my own apartment. Even my mom and aunt's phone lines in Jacksonville, Florida, they lived in Jacksonville until they moved in 2012 to Gainesville, Florida. But and even their phone lines were severed, so that when I tried to call my mom, I heard, we're sorry, the phone number you're trying to reach has been disconnected. Can you imagine like being made to believe you'd be murdered and then hearing that when you try to reach your mom? And that's our right-wing state, so whoever was effing around between Philly, a liberal city, and Jacksonville, Florida, and all of Florida is right-wing. So there are laws broken in both states in the most criminal way you can imagine. Just attempted murder is what people are considering it. So anyway, but the games commenced after that. And it was like non-stop gang stalking. I had to learn, you know, I started to kind of learn about the word gang stalking because before 2011, I would go, you know, try to get some work done at a coffee shop or whatever. This is back in the day when that was really popular to do that. And people would sit down and do weird things like put on a show. It's like really retarded. It's like they don't have anything better to do. But they would start to say things as if they knew your personal business. It got really weird. And now today, after being tortured for many, many years, now I know that people's brains are fed. And they'll start to just spew out stuff that comes to their brain, and they didn't even look in a dictionary, and they're like, oh my god, I just got the word manifest, I don't even know what it means. So what if all these people were staged already to come out in case there was a 5 to 10 minute time period when you would come out of your building? Whoever set up the staging was sure to catch you somewhere with all the annoying activity. You know, it is a city, so it seems somewhat normal, although, you know, sometimes there's bigger and longer strings and crowds than other times. So are you in the lucky privileged group and you get to come out when all the highfalutin people come out and it's quiet and everything? So, and some people will walk around on purpose to try to make you get a copyright. I don't really care. I don't have enough, you know, to earn money right now on my channel. And by the time I'd be able to earn money on my channel, I won't be doing this, and I probably won't be in Philadelphia. So, I mean, who would want to live here, right?
Go away, shit stain. Whoever the fuck you are. You shit clit dipphole. Asshole shit stain.
So that guy there is constantly being spoken through by the normal tone of Philadelphia. At this point in time, he's being spoken through by the vast majority of the Philadelphia voices. That's about it. He's like a little speaker for all the people who talk a certain way in Philadelphia. They just speak through him because that's what they create. That's what Philadelphia creates for real. Probably because it's old, crusty money, kind of, and old ways, and people who believe in something so ancient, and they just never change. It's hard to watch these people because nothing was done to evolve. So the younger generations are born and they adapt, and they, but I see some people who, education didn't evolve them. They didn't have jobs outside of the home. That didn't evolve them. Nothing. So I freelanced for a while, which was kind of nice, but I have had so many jobs outside of the home that you sort of have to get used to certain things. We can start with Burger King, MBNA Credit Card Bank, University of Delaware, Weight Watchers. There's like a million. I worked at the YMCA up on Concord Pike, or it was off of Concord Pike. I forget what that road was called. Up by whatever it is, DuPont-ish area. I've worked at the fitness center at the University of Delaware also. There's like a million. I've had a million jobs. I've taught a class. I've taught classes. I've substitute taught, private and public. I've worked for Shift. I did a little bit for DoorDash just to earn some extra money. Ruby Tuesdays, Strawbridge and Clothier, all these things to just keep inching along while trying to go to school and pay for books and, basic expenses, There's a million jobs. That's just the tip of the iceberg, what I just listed there. So there are some people who see a 3 to 4 year stint of freelance writing and they think I've only worked from home. Meanwhile, I'm 54 years old, and since the age of 15, since Burger King, I've been out here working. So a million jobs.